One of the biggest problems for asphalt paving companies and asphalt paving contractors is having an inconsistent flow of leads coming into their business. But what if I was to explain to you why SEO for asphalt paving is by far one of the single best ways to generate a consistent flow of those leads coming in? And I want to explain to you exactly why that is. What up there, guys? This is Izzy, the Asphalt Marketing Pro, here to help asphalt paving contractors and asphalt companies understand this internet and show them how to use it to generate a more consistent flow of leads for their business. Now, in this video, I want to talk about lead flows for paving contractors. I've talked to quite a few of them, and for a lot of them, the biggest problem is having a consistent flow of leads coming in ready to purchase their services. I know there's a lot of guys that go out there and get good word of mouth. They do a great job and they're getting a lot of work that way. The problem is it's just not something you can count on. They're always great, but it's just something that you just can't count on a consistent basis. So in this video, I want to explain to you guys why SEO for asphalt paving contractors is by far one of the single best ways to generate that consistent flow of leads for your business. But more importantly, I want to explain to you why that is. So I'm going to go ahead and use this football field here image so I can articulate and make you understand exactly why the SEO is probably one of the best pieces of advertising or marketing that you can do as an asphalt paving contractor these days. I know there is a lot of different types of marketing. For example, there's somebody here in my area, my county where I live here. It's called San Luis Obispo County. It's a paving company out here. I've seen them place a lot of billboards around town. I've seen mailers, yard signs of paving he's just done, seal coating stuff that he's done. I've even seen flyers coming into my mailbox from people outside of my territory out here trying to do paving services in my area. So all of that marketing is targeting people that might be interested in paving services, correct? So here's the football field, and most customers or around right here, right? Maybe they're looking at their driveway. Maybe they're looking at their parking lot. Maybe they're thinking about getting seal coating. Maybe they're thinking about patching some stuff. Maybe they're thinking about, milling up their parking lot and doing an overlay. There's a bunch of different scenarios when people are thinking about paving services, right? Maybe you have somebody who owns a fourplex, fiveplex apartment complex. They're taking a look at their parking lot. It looks like hell, but they really haven't reached that level where they're actually picking up the phone and starting to really investigate and look for paving contractors, right? Maybe there's a homeowners association out there who's, they're thinking about it and all that stuff, but they're not quite there yet, And then you got people that have a bunch of different properties, warehouses, driveways, and things like that. And all of these people pretty much are right here. But the reason SEO for asphalt paving contractors is so effective is there's a lot of people that finally hit that breaking point. Let's say, for example, that I own an apartment complex and my parking lot looks like hell. I know I need to tend to it. I've gotten complaints and things like that. I know it looks like hell. I need to do it sooner or later, but I finally got somebody who like tripped over a pothole and got hurt. Nothing too serious, but it was a wake up call for me. What happens to me at that point, the owner of that property? I've hit it. I've hit that breaking point. I can't stand it anymore. I need to get somebody out here. I'm dead serious about getting somebody out here and giving me a quote for either fixing my parking lot, repairing it, or tearing it out, and getting a whole new one. I've now become one of these customers here who is dead set on ready to buy. I'm in the red zone, as they say in the NFL, and I'm ready to go. I'm at that tipping point. And what SEO does for an asphalt paving company is that it positions your business right in front of these exact people that are ready to buy. This is why Google ads are so damn expensive if you've done them in the past. Because what you're doing is you're advertising to these ready to buy people with money in their hands, ready to purchase some type of asphalt paving or paving services. So, you as an asphalt paving contractor, if you can properly do search engine optimization and get your business to those top of those search results for all these types of services for asphalt paving contractor near me, paving services near me, asphalt paving in my town, asphalt paving your city, all those types of keywords, because people are pulling out their phones, typing in those services, and they're scrolling and they're looking to see what businesses show up. And where the vast, vast majority of customers are now going is into that organic three-pack, they call it, of Google's map listing. And they go in there and they start doing their investigation. They start clicking on some of those listings. Someone call directly off that listing and start scheduling out free estimates with different contractors. So it is your job as a paving company to position your business, your website, your Google business profile right in front of these people ready to buy. So how exactly do you, as the paving contractor, paving company, get your business positioned at the top, which is what they call search engine optimization, and fully optimize your Google business profile and your website so that it does show up at that top? It's very much like the real world. What you have to do is build up your credibility of your business. You got to prove to Google that you are one of the top 3 paving contractors in any particular area so that Google will place you here at the top of those search results. And the reason Google's doing this is giving 3 contractors all this free exposure is because Google wants competition. Google wants to give you, the contractor, some of these free exposure and leads because Google understands that by giving these 3 contractors all these leads, all the other contractors in that particular area are going to want a piece of that action, and they're going to want to pay for advertising with the Google ads at the top and the Google guarantees and all that crap that they have. But Google's more than happy to give 3 of these contractors a lot of exposure. So it's done in a bunch of different ways. First of all, it's by having one of these things set up correctly, making sure it's filled out 100%. Every little aspect of it needs to be filled out correctly. You need to upload pictures. You need to put updates on here. Bunch of tedious crap that a lot of guys don't want to do, but it's essential in order to get your business positioned at the top. Another thing you need to do is to make sure you build out a fully search engine optimized website that clearly states, not just to your customers, but eventually Google, exactly the services, all the services that you provide, and exactly what area provide those services in. So even grandma can go onto this website and clearly see that this is an asphalt paving company, asphalt paving contractor in Reno, Nevada. And it's one of the reasons why it's showing up in this location. I mimicked my location here as Reno, and this listing shows up right here. And you can see as I go through this website, all the different services this guy offers in this location: new driveways, driveway overlays, driveway resurfacing, repairs, sealing, parking lots, road repairs, uh, seal coating, service areas, Carson City, all the surrounding areas in there. You also have to start getting some reviews, not just on Google, but places like on Facebook, on Yelp, and Home Advisor, all of those reviews. The search engine understands all of that and understands that you are a good contractor, and it'll start to place you up higher on the search results. Because again, Google's just trying to protect its own reputation. And if it is going to give out free leads and free exposure to a business, it's going to want to know that the business actually kicks ass and is really, really good at what they do, or else it's going to burn their own name. Just like a family member called you up and asked you, hey man, do you know a good carpet cleaning? You're not going to give them a shitty carpet cleaner. They're going to be pissed off at you. Google's doing the same thing. They want to give you somebody good so that you're not pissed off at them and not want to come back to the search engine. So now you see why search engine optimization, SEO for asphalt paving contractors, is such an effective way of marketing and advertising your business. Like I said, it positions you right in front of the people who've already reached that tipping point and are ready to purchase your asphalt paving services, the repairs, the seal coating, the striping, whatever services that you're providing. Use search engine optimization to your advantage and get you in front of those customers looking for the services that you already offer. And believe it or not, it really isn't all that difficult to do, especially since a lot of asphalt paving contractors don't already look into this kind of thing. They're still stuck in traditional ways of marketing and advertising, which are still effective because you are targeting those people that are already thinking about it, but they haven't pushed all the way to that level of ready to purchase your paving services. So if you guys want help with any of that stuff, the website design, the Google business profile, the SEO, any of my marketing services for paving services, just go to the description below. I have a link where you guys can book a call with me. Also have a link that gives additional tips on how to market your services using the internet. And one of the things that I really, really talk about is thinking about and placing yourself in your customer's shoes. Exactly what would they be thinking about when they're looking for paving services? I created a video that kind of talks about it right here, and it leads to getting some pretty damn good leads. You can check out that video right here, and that's all I got for you guys today. Until next time.